Welcome guys. Kids really love to share, as you probably know. Oh yeah, what I should say, kids really hate to share, and it's up to the adults to teach them how to do it. But how on earth do you do that? Well, that is what this video is all about. I'm going to take a look at the 8 ultimate games to help children learn how to share, and there's a surprise. At the end, we are going to unleash the snakes, and you do not want to miss that. So, this is Early Impact, let's go. Okay, the first 3 games we're going to look at are all about passing things around a circle. They're all circle games, and it's all about just passing something around. I think that is one of the easiest ways to get started with sharing. So, number 1 is pass the noise. Absolute classic from the archives, this one. What you do, sit in a circle, and the adult, you're going to make some kind of noise to the person next to you. That person's going to pass the noise to the next person. They're going to pass it on. Funny animal noises are great for this. A bit like so, or it could be like moo, and they all do that around the circle. Character voices is good for this one as well. Stuff like a ghost going ooh, or a witch going sound effects as well, like pop, bang, all that kind of thing. Super simple, and it's just a little bit of sharing. It's just a tiny bit of sharing. Passing a sound, they're passing it on. There's not much sharing, so it's just a sneaky way to start a bit of sharing this game. Game number 2. Definitely try this one. This is Pass the Potato, one of the ultimate games. Again, sit in a circle, have some kind of potato. I've got to admit, I had a potato that I had ready for this game. I left it in a box for about a week, and I've just looked at it before. I had all these kind of weird sprouty things sticking out of it. It looked a bit like a brain or something. Bit strange. I've got a pebble to show you. It's got a few weird triangles on, but this is a pretend potato. What you do, it's a bit like pass the parcel. The kids sit in a circle, and you're going to pass the potato around. Put some pumping music on, get some hardcore tune, and pass around the potato. When the music stops, freeze. That person is either the winner or the kind of person that's out. You kind of choose. If it's a winner, it's like, yeah, you've won. If it's the person that's out, we don't say the loser thing, but if they're out, they just have to like go and sit somewhere else, and you keep going. That's a brutal version. You take your pick. Simple one, passing round a potato or a pebble. There's ways of jazzing it up as well. One simple way is get an instrument, something like, no music this time, just pass the potato, pass it round the circle. When you hear this, pass it the other way. It's kind of as simple as that. If you really want to push the boat out, you can go for potato and carrot. Potato and carrot game. What you do in this, the potato is going to go one way, the carrot will go the other. And keep going, keep passing them round and round the circle. When you hear this, pass them the other way. It's kind of as simple as that. You can also do the winner version, where you hear that, you're holding the carrot, holding the potato, you are the champion. Pass the potato and pass the carrot. If you're liking these games so far, then please do just like dink that like button. That really helps me out. It just really stokes up the algorithm and spreads this video like wildfire, which would be fantastic. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. Game number 3, last of the simple passing games, is the world famous Where Is It game. What you do for this, you have one instrument, something like a tambourine. You need one volunteer. One lucky person is going to sit in the middle of the circle. They're going to close their eyes and try not to cheat. That is a big challenge with this game. What are you going to do? Pass around the instrument. Pass it around the circle from one person to another. It's always going to make a little bit of a noise, unless that's super skillful. Pass it round, but then after say 30 seconds, you say stop. And whoever is holding the instrument is just going to freeze with the instrument. The person in the middle is going to point to where they think the instrument is currently being held. They're going to point to that person, then they're going to open their eyes. Have they got it right? That is the game. Give it a whirl. On to game 4 now. We're kind of past the first phase now. That first phase, passing things around a circle, that is the easiest way to start. We're into the next phase now, phase 2. This is using things like puppets and toys and sharing between the toys. And it's just a great way of introducing that sharing concept, getting it in their heads what it all kind of means. So game 4, one of the classics, sharing with puppets. All you need for this is 2 toys or 2 kind of puppets basically. I've got these toys, I've got some absolute classic toys I have to say. I've got the Kung Fu Panda, and also this dude here, the Grumpy Cat. Literally the world's angriest and grumpiest cat. What you need is something to share between the two puppets. You could use something like fruit or oranges or sweets or something. I've gone for pegs. Not very exciting. Now here's how we do it. Very, very simple this. You just kind of model how sharing works. So you say things like, right, I got one peg. We're going to give one peg to the Kung Fu Panda. Got another one. We're going to give it to the Grumpy Cat. We've got another one. And just do a bit of this. Sharing the two quantities. Great for a bit of early calculating, and as well as just the whole concept of sharing, how we do it. Game number 5 now. This is sharing food for an alien. You do get some kind of box, something like this Shreddies box, cut a little hole in the front, and I've stuck on a very simple alien's head, as you can see. You could be much more artistic than me. You can really jazz up the box, make it look like an amazing alien, or it could be a tiger, or it could be a shark. Something that likes eating a lot is basically the name of the game with this one. And the idea is, the hole is where you're going to post some food. Good little fine motor game, this one, as well as being great for sharing. Simple group game, get a few children and get something to feed the alien with. Something like this delicious dried pasta. One at a time, they're going to put one piece of pasta into the alien's mouth, and the next person's going to go. Then the next person is going to go. And it's basically a taking turns game. One piece at a time, sharing the pasta one at a time into the mouth and sharing. And that is the name of the game. We've got 3 more games to go now. Only 2 more games before we unleash the snakes. And I think I can just about hear them hissing. Before we do that though, a new segment on the show. I've got a map. In fact, well, I should say, I've ordered a map. It's not arrived. I was hoping it was going to be here today, but it's not. It's a giant 2-meter wide map. I'm going to put it on the wall. It's a map of the world. The idea of this is that I know I have lots of viewers all around the world in all sorts of incredible far-flung destinations, and I want you to put in the comments where you're from. And every week I'm going to put one new person from somewhere in the world. I'm going to get a pin, I'm going to put it in the map, and it's going to be showing where you are. And hopefully, in a few months, it's going to be full of pins all over the place. So, as I say, the map's not arrived yet, so today we're going to do it virtually. It's a virtual map. Here it is now. And the first person that is going on the map is Carla from the Caribbean. Carla has commented before on one of our videos, and she has mentioned she's from the Caribbean. I'm not sure whereabouts, but sounds good to me. So in goes the pin, and hopefully next week the real map will be here, and we'll transfer a real pin into the Caribbean for you, Carla. Okay, we're on to the third phase now. This is all about sharing an experience or a big resource together. You have to experience and share it as a team, and if you do that, it will work. If you don't all share well together, it will not work. That is what these 3 games are all about. Number 1 is the turtle game. This is a parachute game, and the next 3 games are all parachute games. Get some kind of biggish parachute for this. And the name of the game for this one is, it's all about making a turtle. What the children do, spread out the parachute on the ground. All the kids are going to go under the parachute together. They are now the turtle with the parachute as the big shell. If you can imagine this. The turtle is going to move around the space. You need lots of space for this. Don't do it where there's loads of furniture or anything. A big empty space they're not going to crash into any walls would make a lot of sense. 2 ways of doing it. Number 1 is the freestyle method. In the freestyle, the turtle is just going to go wherever it wants. All the kids are just going to be crawling under the parachute together, and the turtle is going to go around the space. The thing with this is you've got to kind of work as a team. If one person goes off by themselves, they're going to come out of the parachute and it's not working. You have to all go in the same direction. So just freestyling, off they go, off the turtle goes around the space. The other way is to have a kind of leader of the turtle. One child is going to be out of the shell, watching it, and that person is going to be calling at the turtle shell. They're going to be saying like, yo, come this way, over here. The turtle's going to come towards the leader basically, and that's the other way of doing it. So take your pick, either the leader way or the freestyle. Game number 7 is another parachute game, and it's called Mushroom. What you do for this is all the kids, you're going to open up the parachute, the kids are going to stand around the parachute and hold the edge a bit like this. The aim of the game is you're all going to go 1, 2, 3, lift. And you're going to lift the parachute at the same time up in the air and let go. If everyone lets go of the parachute at the same time, which is very tricky to achieve in reality, to be honest, but the parachute will kind of billow up high up into the sky. And if you all release it at the same time, if you're indoors, it will hit the ceiling It's an incredible site. Before we see the snakes, I should say that all of these games are contained in a book that I've written called 101 Circle Time Games that actually work. In this book, I've condensed all my years of teaching and all my favourite Circle Time games into my best 101. And there's all parts of the curriculum. There's literacy, physical, it's all happening in that book. If you want to check out the book, go to earlyimpactlearning.com/circle. I'll put a link in the description as well. Last game, this is a big one, number 8. This is snakes, and you can probably hear them hissing. It's time to unleash these bad boys. This is what the snakes look like. It's basically kind of just a piece of string. I hope this is not a massive anticlimax for you, but it's basically a piece of string, and you want quite a few of these snakes. Got about 6 kids stand in a circle holding the parachute. And what you do, you throw the snakes onto the parachute. Just throw them around here. You'll have 6 snakes at different positions. The name of the game now is to get the snakes to join up. What the kids are going to do, they're going to try and wiggle the parachute. They're going to try and move them round and round. And as if by magic, I don't know why this happens, but in the end, they all kind of, whenever they join and touch another snake, they kind of connect and join together. And in the end, after a couple of minutes of all working as a team and sharing this experience, the snakes will look a bit like this. Just a kind of a ball of string, basically. They're all stuck together. And that is what you're aiming for. It won't happen though, unless you share and you work as a team. Sharing is not easy, and a lot of children find it even quite stressful, but hopefully some of these games, you can try them out and they just start children down the path of sharing objects and toys and experiences with other people. Talking about stress and anxiety, a video I did recently was all about worry dolls. These are a fantastic resource that you can use for children that are struggling with anxiety and worry. I've done a video all about the best ways of using worry dolls to help children with stress and anxiety. It's going to be popping up on the screen any moment now. It's going to be about here. It's just going to pop up. So it's time to check out that video now, all about worry dolls. Thank you very much.